Jeff Kirui, KTN.
Away from martyrs politics, tonight we bring you the harrowing journey of young Kenyans who were lured abroad with promises of lucrative jobs only to find themselves thrust into the brutal front lines of the Russia-Ukraine war. After months of despair, injury and abandonment, 18 survivors have finally made it back home. Their return is a bittersweet relief, freedom from a war that was never theirs to fight, but with scars that tell of exploitation, government inaction, and families left to carry the burden. KTN's Vera Mora spoke to the Russia returnees and now tells us more.
After several months of despair and fighting in the front line of a faraway country, a few Kenyans who were trapped in Russia after being lured with promises of lucrative jobs have finally returned home. Their relief is immense, but their journey back has exposed painful truths about exploitation, abandonment, and government inaction. Many of them, aged between 20 and 30, were pushed into combat roles after only 3 weeks of rushed training, handed full military gear, and thrust into war zones where survival was nearly impossible and injuries inevitable. KTN spoke to one of the Russia returnees who asked not to be named. He says many of the survivors were injured in the line of duty by Ukraine war drones, hospitalized, and later escaped, limping their way to the Kenyan embassy in Moscow.
Ni Mungu tu mimi mwenyewe ndio baada ya kuumia nilijileta mwenyewe mpaka kwa medication. Hivyo wakati nilifika mahali nilifika kwa medication ya kwanza kwa kichaka, ya pili nikakuwa evacuated mpaka hospitali. From there nimekaa hospitali for around 2 months. So ile hospitali nilienda ya mwisho, at least pale ndio nilipata mwanya kwa nini ya kujitoa mwenyewe. Nikaenda mpaka embassy. Sasa hapo ndio nilikuwa facilitated nikarudi.
Yet, even in their escape, they were forced to pay their own air tickets back, an indignity that has left families outraged.
Embassy just facilitated mambo ya airport, but mambo na kulipa ndege, mimi mwenyewe ndio nilitumia my own money.
Na ilikugharimu pesa ngapi?
I think I used 70,000 rubles.
The Ministry of Foreign Affairs has now acknowledged the covert recruitment of Kenyans into the Russian military, estimating that about 200 citizens may have been enlisted. Some have already contacted the Kenyan mission in Moscow, reporting injuries and pleading for assistance. However, survivors insist that the government must take responsibility not only for those who have returned, but also for those still trapped in the conflict. For the 18 men that have stepped into the Kenyan soil is a bittersweet relief. They are free from a war that was never theirs to fight, reunited with their families who feared they might never return. Yet, the scars, physical and emotional, remain. Vera Mora, KTN.
Well, that story by Vera Mora leads us to a short commercial break right here on KTN Prime. Do stay with us. A lot more in terms of information coming your way right after this break.